We are live. Anybody home? Good evening. Nice to see you. So this is lesson 4 today, right? Lesson 4 of our Tai Chi. Welcome to our daily dose of sanity. 30 minutes of calm in a crazy world. Anyone else there? I think we have 16 on the list. I'll give it a couple of minutes. Say hello to everyone, and then we can start. Hey, Joan. Hello. Hello, nice guy who has a lot of money. Hey. I don't recognise everybody's screen names, so sorry if I don't know who you are. Barnaby, good morning. Thank you. Hi, California. Hi, Stanford. So who else is watching from a distance? Who else is not from UK who's watching? I'm interested. Where are we? Hi, Denny. Hi, Richard, Catherine. Nice to see you. Hey. Who's watching from the furthest? New York, Stanford. Hi, New York. Right, I think we're going to start. We have 15 people online at the moment. The rest will kind of pick up, because I've got some material to cover today. Before we start, any questions on what we did yesterday? How have you been? I've been great, thank you. I have spent the entire day working on my Hapga Kung Fu online curriculum, the beginner level curriculum, which I'm really excited about. I've been filming lots of videos, making PDFs, MP3 audio files, so it should be a really good resource for people who want to get into the Hapga Kung Fu. That should be up next week. That's a big project. And once that's done, then I'm going to start on the Tai Chi fundamental curriculum. Sylvia has a question. Ask away. Evening, Karen. Hi to you and the girls. I'll answer this question and then we're going to start the warm-up. You want some cookies? I'd love some cookies, but unfortunately, social isolation at the moment. So, you made loads. I'm tempted, and it's my cheat day tomorrow, so it's possible. Right, I'm going to warm up. Okay, I think I need to adjust this a little bit. It's still set from earlier. Sound check. Are we still good here? We're going to start. Excellent. Okay. Right, we're going to do a little bit of joint rotation. Start with the wrists. And change the direction. Just do the same thing with the elbows. And the other way. And with the shoulders. Okay, waist, palms on the kidneys, make a big circle. Remember, you must follow along. Don't just sit on your sofa eating cookies and watching me. Make sure your browser settings are rejecting cookies. Okay, feet together. Do some knee bends and rotate. And change direction. And then we're going to bend down and straighten up. Try to keep your heels flat on the floor when you sit down. Okay, and we'll do some ankle rotation. Looks like the feet stuttering a little bit. Is it still okay? You guys still with me? Change direction. And the other foot. And change direction. Okay, let's just shake out a little bit. That's just to get the joints nice and moving. Shirley and Gordon both here. Hey, hi guys. Good, excellent. Right. So we're going to do a little bit of Feng Sung Gong. So loosen. Start with the wrists and the fingers, shaking. Shake the water off. Elbows, whole arm, and it's a skill to really, really loosen. I mean, deeply loosen. Just shake off this time. It involves the shoulders as well. Now we do the knees as well. Just flick. The weight is on the balls of the feet, so the heels slightly come up on this one. If you can see. Remember what we're saying? We're on suspended from a string on the crown of the head. Arms are just passive, just relaxed. Okay, so we're going to do some hip turning, and this is going to be even more important with the movement that we're going to be learning today. So I'm just going to demonstrate this now. From here, we're working the rotation of the hip. We're learning to turn without the knees doing this. The knees stay forwards. The weight stays in the middle. Okay, one's pushing, one's pulling. So we're on a skewer. We're on a skewer which goes all the way in between the feet. Remember, this is where we're human kebab. Apologies to anyone whose name is Donna, but that's what we're doing today. We'll rotate, rotate. Okay, now we're just going to harmonize that with the arm swinging. As the arm drops, you turn the hips. Remember, we've got one foot is pushing into the floor, one foot is pulling out of the floor. So without any weight shift, we have a strong push and pull motion. It's like pedaling a bicycle. When you pedal a bike, one pushes, then the other. They never both push at the same time, or you don't go anywhere. So see if you can actually feel the connection between the foot and the floor. As you get looser, maybe you'll rotate more. This action will happen more. And as the arms relax more, they'll swing higher without any force from the shoulders. Okay, we're going to learn a new exercise today. This is an arm swing, but we're also going to stimulate a couple of acupuncture points. These ones are going to be useful at this time. One is here, which is on the lung meridian. Okay, so we're going to use our knuckles here just to tap this point. Strengthens the energy into the lungs. Obviously, we can all do with a bit of that at the moment. The other one is called the Ming Men point, which is, if you see where my belly button is, imagine it goes all the way through and out the back. And this point on the spine is a kidney tonifying point, which is also to do with strengthening, in Chinese medicine, strengthening the immune system. The lungs and kidneys are what you call the defensive qi, which is the energy for the body to fight off external pathogens. So one hand is going to strike the Ming Men point, the other one is going to strike the lung point here. And so what we're going to do is then we're going to swap over. This hand comes to the lung, and the other hand comes to the Ming Men point. Now, as you do that, we're using this rotation that you've already practiced, but we're just adding a little twist into it. Instead of swinging the arm straight, really want you to just also, like, just passive, just let them fling. Don't use any strength, and then they'll just flop. And then you can, at the end, just tap the point. Don't hit it hard. Stimulate that acupuncture point. Careful, if you're practicing in a group with your family, don't knock out your partner, your spouse, your cat, your goldfish. Okay. And relax. Good. Any questions? Late but here. Welcome, Tony. Hello, no problem. Late, but that's the way it is at the moment. We're going to take a minute to do some standing meditation, okay? Step out, equalize the weight, space in the armpits, space in the leg pits. Breathe, raise the crown. Just let everything go. Okay, there's news, there's things, there's thinking, we're crazy, but at the moment, none of that exists. Just be present with your body. Feel the crown of the head lifting up. Release and let the weight sink to the feet. And, as Alan Watt says, when you lose your mind, you come to your senses. So let's all come to our senses for a few minutes. Feel the breath in the abdomen, belly expanding with the in-breath, contracting with the out-breath. Like I said yesterday, you want to check into that state first. If you're not sure and you missed the first lesson, it's still on the channel. Please give it a watch. We talk about the state of, in Chinese called song, which is loose, relaxed. But it's a state, a mental state as well. And there's an associated feeling, which is it's when the parasympathetic nervous system is activated and there's a mental calmness, everything slows down. That's big part of the health benefits of Tai Chi come from accessing that state. If you practice the form, but you do it as a very kind of technical, very kind of intellectual approach, you're really not going to get some of the benefit from it. It's better to just feel your way through, even if it's not quite so perfect, and just really concentrate on the sense of the movement rather than thinking hands should be here, foot should be there. I know we need to do that when we first start. I think some of you guys are just starting out. It's difficult, but persevere, because you need to start to get to that point. When you start feeling the movements, then that's when you fall in love with Tai Chi, because it just feels good. It's not much of a spectator sport. I know the Chinese are trying to put it in the Olympics, and they're putting like lots of high kicks and flips and things in it, but that's not really Tai Chi. Sorry. Real Tai Chi is internal, and the pleasure comes from doing it, from feeling it. So I hope you got something from that standing. We're going to review our sequence. No questions, no comments yet? Okay. Let's do the sequence. I'm going to do it once facing you so you can see my hands. But then feedback yesterday was people preferred it when I turn my back. Okay. I just, got one of those faces. People prefer looking at the back of my head. Right, step out with the left foot. We do our commencing form. In, elbows heavy. Out. In. Elbows heavy. Out. Now, feeling of the palms pushing downwards. It's a pressing motion, pressing down. Okay, next movement. Turn. And again, feeling the palm pushing. Keep the shoulder natural. Don't throw the shoulder forwards. Hips turn left. Push. Hips turn right. Keep the knees forward. Head up. So as I said, the benefit of the practice is from feeling the movements, not from memorizing or just learning or doing them by rote, but by feeling your way through it. So see if you can feel, for example, the air around your hand. As your hand moves, see if you can feel the air. And the more you relax, the more you can feel, right? And then at some point you make a breakthrough where you're not just feeling what's going on the outside, but you're actually connecting with the internal energy. Let's do one more. Next one was brush knee push. Shift the weight. Push. Keep on the same height as you sit back. Pick up your toes, turn them in, shift the weight. Repeat your left hand now. Turn the waist. Step. Brush. Push. Back. Turn in. Shift the weight. Look to your palm, taking a selfie. Turn. Step. Brush. Rotate, 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 rotate. Push. One more time. Back. Turn. Hands by the ear. Right hand goes in front of the knee. Left hand pushes, left foot pivots. Then from there we just step up. Bring the hands in line with the shoulders. Equalize the weight. Come up. Hands come down. How's that feeling? Practicing that is good for your ankle mobility, your knees, your hips, everything. All the joints are being exercised, every single joint. Not only that, but you're learning how to use them in harmony and how to use your body efficiently and how to integrate your consciousness with your movement, which is a key point of Tai Chi. The consciousness leads the movement. In other words, you're not thinking and then doing the movement like this. The idea, the intent comes and the energy follows. So we're connecting the consciousness with the movement. Without that, it might be good exercise, but it's not Tai Chi. So we're going to do it again. This time, I'm going to flip around. Okay. Commencing form. Repulsing the monkey. Brush knee and push. Step up. Going to repeat that a little slower this time. Okay, a little bit slower this time. Sorry about the noise. That was just a giant weapon falling off the rack. Here we go. Take a minute. Commencing form. Repulse the monkey. brush the knee and push. I think moving on, when I do some of these next week, I'm going to start from the next movement, because otherwise, if we keep reviewing, it's going to take up most of the class. And because it's already on, the videos are already available, I think if you want to repeat some movements, just watch one of the previous videos. Maybe I'll put some links so you can see which movements are covered on which video. Does that sound okay for everybody? Are we ready to learn a new movement? Is the speed about right? Give me some feedback. Guys are quiet tonight. Feeling lonely? I had some refried beans with some steak, and I'm really thirsty. They were very salty. Unable to connect to chat. Oh, I see. Sorry, guys. Looks like I've lost you. Can you hear me? Well, I don't know if you're still there. Shall I re-upload, or what should I do? I got nothing. You know what? I'm going to teach the next movement anyway. And you guys can maybe send me some private messages or put comments on the video after the video's ended, because for some reason the live chat is not working. We have one more go. Technical faults. We're still here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've just had a direct message from Linda. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to carry on. The live chat's not working, but I'm going to carry on. We're going to do the next movement, which is called Part the Wild Horse's Mane. Now, the movements that we've learned so far, your intention, your feeling is the palm, commencing form, repulsing monkey, brush knee push. Have the sense of the palm. Now, the next movement is different. The next movement is going to have a sense of opening, where the feeling is going to come from the shoulder on the outside of the arm. See this movement, so that from the shoulder to the outside. Imagine like you're throwing a frisbee or something like that. Okay, so notice as one hand comes up, one hand comes down. So maybe just copy this feeling. The hands, palms are towards each other and they just separate. See that? They just separate. So my intention goes from shoulder to forearm and finishes on the outside of the wrist and hand here. Okay? Right. Don't need to see my feet first. We're just gonna concentrate on the movement. Bend your knees, crown up, hips turn to the right. We're going to do a posture which is called holding the ball posture. Your right hand is a little bit, if you see it from the front, a little bit lower than my shoulder, with the elbow a little bit lower than my hand. My left hand is directly underneath, like I'm holding a beach ball. Right, some key points. I'm turning with my hips, not my knee, not from here, but into the hips. Okay? And hold that position, and there needs to be space under my arm. A lot of people do the movement here, which is like you're carrying a pile of books. But if it were a ball, which is three-dimensional, you want to be out here. Now, what I want you to do is breathe into this space. Imagine the ball has got some pressure. Your palms towards each other. Until you really begin to get that sense of something solid between your hands. Now we're going to do the same exercise on the other side. When I'm looking at the moment to my right hand is on top. When I'm looking to my left hand is on top. Do you see that? The whole thing is turned. My elbow, if you look at it from the side, is lower than my wrist, and my wrist is lower than my shoulder. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is okay. The hand is directly underneath. If it's like this, you've just dropped your beach ball. Like this, dropped your beach ball. Here, now you've got it. Feel it full of air. Relax. Okay, now to the other side. Right side, right hand on top. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this horse's mane movement, which is this separation. Do you see it? Separation. We're going to start from the shoulder. So from here, I'm going to start as if I'm leaning in with my shoulder. And then I'm like I'm lifting something. Those guys of you that do wrestling and martial arts will understand this principle of coming underneath someone with your shoulder and lifting them, and then rotating. Again, holding the ball, leaning slightly. Just the hands change from holding the ball to a cross position. Then this hand is on my left hand is on the outside, my right hand is on the inside. One more time. Holding the ball, leaning in, separating. Now I really want you to feel how softly you can do this movement. Now from here, you're just going to keep the hand on top and turn it. Now you're holding the ball on the other side. Guess what's coming? Shoulder, separation. Hold the ball. Shoulder, separation. 1, hold the ball. 2, shoulder. 3, separate. 1, hold the ball. 2, shoulder. 3, separate. This movement is called parting the wild horse's mane. Yema fan zhong, Chinese. Fan means to separate. Parting. Shoulder. And I want you to have your feeling on both the hands together, and they're kind of splitting. The energy in the Tai Chi is called splitting energy, this one. And just feel the movement. They separate, they move towards each other. Shoulder, then they separate. They move towards each other, holding the ball. Separate, holding the ball. Shoulder, separate. Okay. How'd that feel? I don't think the chat's working still. Unable to connect to chat? No. I don't know if I refresh, I might lose the stream. I don't know how this works, so sorry guys. I have so far 3 likes on this video, so if you guys can still hear me and you're all there and you want to send me some love, just hit like. So far there's 3 likes. 4. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, now we're going to combine the footwork with the hands, okay? The step, we're going to use the same step that we used last time. Okay, so this time I'm going to hold the ball. Same footwork you know, foot comes in, turn. As I step out, there's my shoulder. Shift the weight and turn. Same turn. Foot, hand. Instead of a selfie though, we're holding the ball. Step. Shoulder leans in. Separate. Now my hand is in front of my mouth. If you're looking at it from the front view, my hand is directly in front of my mouth. Not up here, not down here. In front of my mouth. Palm is towards me. Elbow is down. Come back. Holding the ball. Turn. step, shoulder, separate, back, holding the ball. Notice my left hand in line with my left shoulder. When I step, my left hand comes across, my right hand comes underneath. You see this motion? That enables me to lean in with the shoulder first, and then I shift the weight, and as I rotate, my hand comes through. So again, I hold the ball, initially in line with my shoulder, but then I bring the hand across so that I can lean in with my shoulder, my left shoulder, and then as my hip turns, my hand follows. So my hand is following my belly button. Okay, so for you to follow me more easily, I'm going to do it behind, facing the other way. No nightmare. I got 17 likes, so thanks guys. I know you're still there, feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, so we're going to back towards you, going to do the same exercise, but this time more easy to follow because you can see me behind, all right? So holding the ball to the right, turn, step, leaning with the left shoulder, then rotate. Left hand is in line with my face. Same footwork as the previous exercise. Toe turns in, holding the ball. Turn the waist. Step out, coming in with the right. As I turn the hip, hands separate. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sit back. Turn the foot, turn the palms. The wrist and the ankle are coordinated. I'm going to assume you're all with me, and I'm going to go from the beginning all the way through. So we're going to do one of each movement. We're going to do a commencing form once, repulsing monkey once on each side, brush knee and push, and then we're going to add parting the wild horse's mane. Okay, remember this, once we finish this lesson, it's forever on the YouTube channel. And so that means if you're struggling a little bit, hey, doesn't matter, we've got time, right? So watch it as many times as you need, nice and slow, repeat, 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 because next week I'll be concentrating on some different movements, and then we can put them together for those of you that have had more opportunity to practice. If not, it's not going anywhere, so you don't need to get stressed about it. It's there for you when you want to come back to it. Okay, let's do it. Ready position. And begin. Commencing forward. Brush knee push. 1, 2, 3. Turn the heel and the palm together. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll show you how to put the movements together. Your left hand goes across, your right hand comes up. 1, hold the ball, foot comes in. Turn, step, shift, separate. Turn the foot, hold the ball. Step, come up. we need to spend a little time on the transition between those two exercises because I didn't really go over that very much. So essentially it's this, from the push, the hand comes around and then goes back. That's just a linking movement. That connects the two exercises. So you do as many times as you want. When you want to go into the next movement, hold the ball, step. So I'm going to turn my back towards you so you can follow that bit. So you repeat the brush knee push however many times you want. And when you want to go into the next exercise, it's 1, 2. Now you're holding the ball. Now you're in your position for your horse's mouth. 1. The eye is going to follow your left hand, and your belly button, eyes, hand, all point to the same direction. 1, 2. Okay. Well, we're 6 minutes over. It's a little technical issues tonight, so I'm not really sure how much of that you guys seen. But if you can still hear me, I am going to see you guys on Monday. We're going to do the same time, okay? So stay well, stay calm. Don't forget to practice. You've got the 4 videos on the channel to watch as reference. So hopefully, if you get a little bit of time to practice, by Monday, you'll be good at those ones, and then we can progress. Try something a little different. Again, as usual, any questions, any problems, anything not clear, any technical hitches, drop me a message and I will put it right. Or if necessary, I'll put up some helpful videos before the next live one, which will be Monday at 6:30. Peace out. Good thing about the Kung Fu salute is don't spread any germs that way. So, Daiga Joigin, and thank you all. Have a great weekend. Stay well.